Hey guys, Josiah here with Aesthetyx Fitness. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about how to dress aesthetically. Okay, so dressing aesthetically, what exactly does that mean? Basically, it's the best way I could think up to describe what I'm going to be talking about in today's video, which is as a person who lifts, as a person who has an athletic physique, so basically a small waist and a bigger chest, arms, shoulders, and quads, how do you find clothes that fit you well? Because in modern day America, most clothing brands are not catering to that sort of physique. So that's the first step, is how do you find clothes that fit you well? And the second part is how do you use clothing to accentuate your best body parts and enhance your overall physique, so that instead of clothes making your physique look worse, they actually make it look even better than it actually is. And this is probably going to be the first video out of a couple that I do on this subject, because there's a lot of clothing advice and tips that I want to go over. There's everything from casual clothes to formal wear and different sort of style tips overall that I want to give you guys. And so that this video doesn't turn into a 45-minute long video, I'm going to split it up into multiple parts. But before we get started on today's video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and click the little bell icon. That way each time a new episode comes out, you guys aren't missing out on them. And if you feel like it, it would really help me out if you hit that like button down below. Now with that out of the way, let's get started. So I'm going to go through these tips in no particular order. I'm just going to kind of give them to you and give you some examples and show you what I'm talking about. That way you can just take the information in, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. So the first tip I have for you is, in general, size down. Modern day American clothing brands and a lot of mainstream clothing brands in general are basing their sizing around what's called vanity sizing. And that basically means that if you're buying pants that are marked a 32-inch waist, the actual measurement of that waist is going to be 34 inches. So they'll usually add an inch or two onto the stated measurement of whatever the clothing garment is. So if you're a person who lifts and you track your body measurements and you know you have a 31-inch waist, chances are 31-inch waist pants are actually going to be about an inch too big for you. And they're going to look a little looser and baggier. So by sizing down, you can actually have pants that are a little slimmer, hug your physique better, and don't need a belt to stay up. And this isn't just true for pants either. This kind of goes for all clothing, whether it be suits, dress shirts, t-shirts, polos, jackets. Try on a size smaller than you think you are in the brand, and chances are it's probably going to look a lot better on you. Now obviously, if you're busting out of it and it's skin tight, not a look that you want. It's not going to be comfortable, and it's going to make the garment last a shorter amount of time. So obviously keep that in mind, but just try that smaller size. It might actually fit you a lot better, especially if it's a brand that's cut in more of a full cut sort of style. The other benefit to sizing down is that as clothing starts to hug your physique a little more closely, you get to see a lot more shape and curvature of your musculature under that clothing. So basically, if you have a shirt where the sleeves hug your biceps a little tighter, your deltoids are going to look a lot fuller. You'll be able to see more definition between your chest and your stomach, and you'll be able to see sort of a taper from behind as your back transitions down into your waist. If you want to see a great example of someone who uses this consistently, it's Chris Evans' Captain America. If you check out this, you can see that he's wearing clothing that fits his physique tightly, so that even though he's not huge, he still looks big and imposing in the clothing because it fits him well and makes him look bigger overall. And another tip that goes hand in hand with that is that if you're given the choice between a standard and a slim fit, always choose the slim fit. Even if you have a bit of a gut, even if you're not super slim or super tapered as a person, all that basically means is that it's not built for a person who has a larger waist than chest. And the armholes are going to be a little smaller, so it'll actually fit your arms better and move more freely with you, especially in the case of dress shirts, which don't have stretch to them. So if you're a person who lifts and has a slight taper, maybe you don't have a small waist, but you have a larger chest and shoulders, try on a slim fit shirt in your size and just see how it fits you. Chances are it's going to fit you a lot better than whatever standard fit clothing you've been wearing. And another problem that people who lift often have is that pants don't fit them well. And this is specifically talking about sort of the thigh and quad area of pants. Usually if they get something that fits them in the quads, it's really big in the lower leg and big in the waist. And this is especially true of people who have really strong squats and deadlifts, because their quads and hamstrings are going to be really large, especially in comparison to their calves and their waist. So what's a person to do when they're shopping for jeans and they have like straight fit and skinny fit and boot cut? Because none of those are going to look good on a person who has larger sort of tapered legs. Enter the tapered fit jean. More and more brands these days are offering jeans in what's called a tapered fit, and some are even calling it an athletic fit. And that basically means that it is meant to have a smaller waist and smaller leg opening at the bottom, so that it has an overall slim, sleek, tailored appearance without being like a skinny jean. And they're still leaving extra room in sort of the seat and the thigh area, so that if you have larger upper legs from working out, the jeans are not going to be a vice-like grip on your legs, but they'll still sort of follow the actual contours and shape of your legs and make your legs look really sleek as a whole. And something I'll throw in really quick is, if you're a person who wears a lot of t-shirts, try wearing a polo shirt instead. Especially a slim fit or athletic polo shirt. You can find those at places like Banana Republic, or off of Amazon there's a brand called Grin and Bear. That's where this one came from. Other places also make sort of athletic or tapered polo shirts. They have a number of benefits over t-shirts. One is that when you get a good polo shirt, especially one that's meant to have a little bit of stretch in the fabric, it tends to hug your bicep a little better, which is really flattering on your biceps and shoulders and arms. And also it allows you to unbutton the front of it, which is going to help show off your chest a little bit. And the V shape created by the open collar helps bring attention to the overall V shape of your torso. So it's a very flattering short sleeve alternative to your standard t-shirt. And when the weather gets colder outside, I really like to wear slim fit shawl collared sweaters. The reason for this is that shawl rolled collar around your neck helps make your traps and neck look a little thicker, and the slim fit helps taper in around your waist and really show off your overall physique while building up your yoke area so that you look a little bit larger and more imposing than you really are. Maybe I should have titled this video How to Be Vain, Clothing 101. That might have been a little more accurate overall. Also, something you should never ever wear if you're a person who has any sort of fitness whatsoever are short sleeve button down shirts. These tend to not look good on anybody because they have wide sleeves and often a very boxy fit, and so your arms are going to look smaller because they'll be dwarfed by the sleeve hole opening of the actual short sleeve itself, and usually they're not tucked in, and so they kind of just flow everywhere and make your torso look like a box. You can tailor the waist, but again, the sleeve is still going to be kind of large. They're just not very flattering with where they hit your body in any way, shape, or form. Another thing to be really careful of when trying to dress aesthetically is shorts. Shorts are very hit or miss when it comes to how they fit. Things like basketball shorts and cargo shorts as a whole, I recommend just staying away from completely. Obviously, wearing athletic shorts and working out is a great way to help keep your legs cool, but when walking around in day-to-day life, just stay away from basketball shorts and cargo shorts because the problem is they have a loose fit and a wide leg opening, so they're going to make your legs look smaller and really chicken-legged twiggy, and also they tend to be very long, so they hit you like at the knee or maybe even a little bit lower. That's going to make your lower body look really short, make you look shorter and kind of dumpier as a whole. And the problem with basketball shorts especially is they have no real good rear pockets, so you're jamming all of your items in your front pockets and getting these weird bulges that really totally ruin the overall tapered outline of your body as you're walking along. So wearing a slightly shorter, slightly slimmer, or tapered fitting short is going to make your legs and your physique as a whole look a lot better than big bulky cargo shorts or loose breezy basketball shorts. But obviously this is just my advice. In the end, wear what you want, but I do think it's important to realize that our world is very much based on a first impression basis, and that in life, a lot of your first impression that people get of you is going to be derived from how you're dressed. So by dressing in stylish clothes that fit you and accentuate your physique, you really are putting your best foot forward without even having to say a word to the person you're meeting. So if you're talking about things like job interviews, meeting people for the first time, going out on a first date, taking that extra step to really find clothes that fit you and wearing them will make a big difference in life overall. Okay guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Obviously leave a like down below if you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you found it informative. Leave a comment down below letting me know any clothing hacks that you have found when it comes to dressing aesthetically when you are athletic. And of course subscribe to this channel because I have new content coming out every Monday and Friday to help you guys train smarter and look better.